This is my craft room, and it's a mess. And every time I clean it up, it's also a guest room. It ends up looking like this. So my goal in the next couple days continues is to organize it back up and rethink some processes because things are not working the way that I have them, and I can't function if I have a hard time getting to stuff. So we'll check back and hopefully it'll make more sense, and then I'll do an official tour. I mean, that was all of what, 5 seconds? More crap. All right, a few days ago I started cleaning this room. It's taken me a few days. I've stopped and started at different intervals, but here it is, as straightened up as it can be. It is 10 pounds of stuff crammed in a 5-pound bag, but we make it work. So this was our second guest room, but I decided I definitely wanted to try and put a bed in here to add sleeping space when my family visits. And it's definitely come in handy. We had the frame, we had a box spring, so we just added a mattress. It does, however, make this room super tight. This table is not always here. I took it out, I think it's 4 feet. I took it out a couple weeks ago because I needed to use the sewing machine, and it's just a lot easier. So when I am scrapbooking, I usually do it over here. And then here I'll have like my laptop open or my iPad on. I like to look at videos and podcasts and stuff. And then I can put the cutter here and all that stuff, and then it frees up this work area. So for that purpose, it does come in handy. Also with self-quarantine and all that, I have been working from home, and so I'll pull that out and I'll work on the other side of it during the week for work. This is a sit-stand desk from IKEA. It's kind of hard because I've filled it to the capacity, but these posts you move for the height that you want. And it can actually be a drafting table as well. So if you put the front down more and leave the back up. For me, I propped it up. Number one, standing is better for you. Also, it let me fit more junk under there. I really want a dream box one day, and maybe that'll happen, but the envelopes on either side of the desk in these bins are Studio Calico kit envelopes, but they're full of ephemera from every year. So I don't even remember what year it started in, but it's grouped by year. So right now I'm working on a project, which this one is currently 2005, taking photos, putting them in Project Life pocket pages, and getting them into albums. So at the very least, they'll be in an album in order, dated and labeled, so we know what they are, and you can enjoy the photos. And then maybe I'll throw an embellishment and scrapbook some of my favorite pictures, but this is getting them out of my closet and in a format that we can enjoy. So what I do is grab the envelope for that year, and a lot of the ephemera I won't even keep after the stuff's in the book, but it helps me with dates and times and locations, invitations, stuff like that. So some of it might make its way into the book, some might not. But I've held on to it for so long, so that's another reason I really want to bust this project out so that I can get those things pared down and not continue to store them. I will say that that project took me a day and a half, and it was worth it, and I put it off for like 10 years, so don't do that. Everything here is paper or projects, like layouts and things that need to go into albums. I group everything by company and like line. So I have American Crafts, but then I also have Dear Lizzie, and I also have Crate and its own thing, and I also have Maggie Holmes, etc. So that's how I scrapbook. That's how I remember product. So that's how it's done. On my desk, I just finished the layout. My cuties. I have this piece that goes with this piece from Pottery Barn. They're probably my favorite. They hold a lot of stuff. The famous Target cup. That was a Home Goods find. It usually has snacks in it, but I have not filled it up because I have zero willpower. Ever, but especially today. These are new. This is, it holds my phone for doing videos. It came with a ring light. I got that cute piece in a Portland not farmer's market, craft market. That's Pottery Barn Teen that I got in a boutique in Asheville. It's my favorite. This is like the room I'd have if I was a teenager, but I'm just, you know, a big grown up. Lots of just bits and pieces and things that make me happy. Love notes and letters from my niece and nephew and stuff like that. This is my work on pile or put away pile. And then I have all my albums here. I have had a hard time now that I need them finding 12 by 12 albums. I guess they're not really a popular thing anymore. So I'm scrambling to try and get enough of those. I like to swap out these layouts every once in a while. And then this was supposed to be more of a photo frame, but it's turned into like a second push board. I never really closed this door, but back here I have a little thing I got on Etsy. My mom made me some aprons. That is a big canvas back there that I just gessoed to cover an old thing that eventually I want to put on the wall behind me. I have a couple of art books, some watercolor stuff. My mommy made this. And then again, this table, kind of a catch-all. This is where the meat and potatoes is though. This was in my guest room and it was empty, and I thought, well, that's silly. I should use that. So it's full of like regular schmegular everyday stuff that you use when you're crafting, scrapbooking in particular. Bits and bobs, stamps. I've been using more mist in the last couple of weeks than I think I've used since I bought them years ago. And embossing patterns are back on my favorable list too. So you get the idea. I will say this is a pain in the butt piece of furniture, but it looks cute. And it holds enough for it to actually be helpful in that way. The bottom stuff is sewing. There's more like bits and bobs. I actually have a whole drawer of, let's see if I can find the right one. Yep. Enamel dots. I just recently moved my stamps into this Raskog cart from IKEA. I can't say for sure if it's efficient for me right now, but it is easier to grab them from where I had it before, so we'll see. And then up top, I organized all of this stuff so it's easy for me to grab. This is a closet, obviously. I don't know who used this before, but that pole up there, I don't know even who could reach that. It's not the most effective closet, but for me, what I need right now works. This is IKEA, obviously, Alex drawers. Back there I've got thickers, I've got a bag of bags, because if you know, you know. This is usually stuff that when I'm gathering for a project. And then all of this is organized by brand. So like if I want something to go with a Chamel piece, that's there. American Crafts, you get the idea. And then the same for over here. Each drawer is full of a company, or some of them are just like holiday, that kind of thing. And then this printer I just got for work, so I had to make a home for it. So a lot of what was out here is actually up here now. And then the case for my sewing machine stays here. This Alex cart I love, but it's just another home for the same stuff. So a lot of like oversized embellishment is in here. And then down here, I have like the punches that I couldn't part with. Ironically, I have an Evolution and I actually have the original Silhouette version 1. And I still like my punches. And the occasional stem goes on sale and you collect it and then you have to shove it in this closet because you have nowhere else for it to live. But yeah. The canvas that I want to work on, I have to get the paint from Michael's, but it's been kind of a struggle with the lockdown and everything, so eventually I want to have it right here. And yeah, my mom and I made paintings in one of those paint and wine things, so that's there. But it's little, it's effective. I need to do some more work on this area, but it's fun. I would prefer like a dream box type thing where everything would be put away. So it's on my wish list. I started a savings for it. It currently has $5 on it, so I should have it any time now. All right, happy crafting. Be creative. Bye.